What's going on, fam? It's your boy Deontay, and I'm back with another video with my cuzzo Merge Visions. Salute to all my day ones that's gonna be tapping into the video. What's going on, cuzzo?
You already know, cuzzo, just out here surviving.
Surviving?
Staying
What
up.
you mean by surviving, man? What is that? What's that? What does that look like?
Shit, nothing more but staying out of the way, staying out of trouble, and taking care of my responsibilities.
Right. Yeah, man. Same here. Just trying to survive and do everything I got to do for real, bro. You
Right.
feel me?
I do feel you. I mean, that's enough. That's enough fitness on its own. Just, you know what I mean, doing what you're supposed to do without no added drama.
Right. So tonight's discussion, cuz man, we was kind of talking offline. We was cooking a little bit, politicking offline in the background. We talking about emasculation. A lot of black men every day we try to navigate through a world that tries to strip us of our power, our voice, and our roles as leaders in our homes and our relationships. And I see this from the media and to the workplace and our households, and the pressure to conform, to be less masculine, to suppress our real natural strength. You feel me? You feel where I'm coming from? So they try to emasculate us to try to conform to a more feminine role. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, um, are we losing ourselves in this process, or do you think black men are being systematically emasculated? And more importantly, how do you think we take power back while still maintaining healthy relationships with our women and with society? That's a lot to set the tone for this
Yeah,
live stream, man. I know it's a lot, man, but
that's,
this is an important discussion, man, because it's like emasculation is the new norm.
for
It's the
sure.
new norm, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on where you talk about the emasculation coming from. Because if you're talking about when it coming from women, that's just a tactic women deploy when they can't get their way. So the next step into when they can't get their way is to try to say something to make the man feel less than, so that that man will do whatever it is they want that man to do. So you know how it is where if you say no to a woman and she say, "Well, are you gay?" Something like that, or if you ask her to go on a coffee date or something like that, she's like, "So what? I ain't good enough to go on a regular dinner date? You broke or something?" Like, I mean, it's just the tactics that are deployed by some women to try to emasculate a man just to get what they want. But far as society goes, the Western society jacked up anyway. So yeah, so that's like a societal norm. You know what I mean?
I feel you, man. I feel you. So, I mean, what's your take on this, man? About the stuff we deal with when it comes to our relationships, when you feel like it's like the women these days try to take on the masculine role. They try to control the sex. They control they try to control the money, and they try to make all the decisions, and they try to take they try to have the man take the passenger seat while they take the driver's seat. You know what I'm saying? I see a lot of this. It's tough when you going through the situation of feeling like you being emasculated. First time a chick don't get her way, you label gay, you sensitive, you soft, all types of foolishness in your relationships. Um, it's a wild thing, you know. And I think I lost my cousin to the live stream. He was in here, but he fell out of the live stream. Trying to get him back in here. Bear with me a minute. But what's y'all take on this? I see I got some people in the building. What is y'all take on this? Do y'all see that? Do y'all think that a lot of men in today's society, black men particularly, are victim to emasculation? And is that a new norm now to emasculate a black man? Is that a new norm to emasculate a black man? Because I see it a lot. Whether you in at work, whether you at home, a lot of men are subjected to their women talking down on them. A lot of men are subjected to taking a back seat while the woman tries to take the driver's seat, and it's a wild thing, man. And I see a lot of men go through this, and when they express themselves about what's bothering them, it's a total disregard for it. Total disregard. So, what's y'all take on this? Let me go into the comment section and see if some. Oh, got a comment for the young generation. Yeah, that's true. Plug love for the younger generation. I see a lot of women in the 20s, even 30s. They at this point right now where they kind of like living their best life, and their best life involves in them going to destroy their lives. So they basically giving it out to everybody, getting themselves used and abused, and then by the time they're ready to settle down, you're getting a lot of tarnished goods. You know what I'm saying? You're getting a lot of tarnished goods. You get mediocre cat at that point. It ain't no bomb diggity no more. It's just mediocre. They have spent their 20s and 30s out here bouncing on everything that's walking, and then when it come to you, they starve you out. And then we'll look at you in your face and say, yeah, nigga, you still gonna pay these damn bills, nigga, and I ain't gotta give you nothing. You feel me? And it's the new norm. It's the new norm. And it's sickening because in a lot of situations in your household, you don't even they have the kids feeling like they can disrespect you, especially if you're in that stepdad role. They see mom don't have no respect, so it trickles down to the kids where they won't have no respect. Even if it's your biological kids, they'll see mom don't have respect for you, and they'll turn around and still disrespect you, and you the father. Insanity. You know. And I'm still waiting for my guest to come back into the session. I don't know what the hell is going on. Salute to Plug Love for being in the building. Salute to Plug Love for being in the building. In the chat, let me know where y'all from. In the chat, let me know where y'all from, where you at. Got you back, cuzzo. So you probably missed a lot of the discussion I was having. I had to kind of cook by myself for a little minute.
That's cool. I catch up for sure.
Yeah, so I was just saying, like, in a lot of situations like this where we see a lot of men being emasculated, it trickles down to the kids too. The kids will see mom don't have no respect, or they'll see the woman don't have no respect for you, and then the kids jump on board and fall in line with the mom, and they then feel like it's okay to disrespect you too. It's like in society as a whole, the black man is disregarded. He is nobody empathize, nobody sympathize, nobody gives a damn. It's like we the least appreciated, the least taken care of. You can get out here and bust your ass 16 to 20 hours a day, and it still won't be enough. Like, that's another thing. I noticed nothing that you do will ever be enough to please a woman. Nothing you do.
Yeah, most definitely. Not to please some women. Some women got a need to, always compare their life to what they see on social media or in their environment and be like, well, if her man can do this for her, and why you can't do that for me? Like, man, like I said, that hypergamous nature of a woman, to always want the better deal, which, as man, we just gotta accept that's how they move, or some of them move. We just gotta accept that's how some women move and how some women think. Like, just because it's your nature, that don't mean you have to hurt people
But
because
then, but then again, hurt people at the same time.
yeah,
You got to look at why a woman that operates like that operate like that. Is it because she missed a couple hugs from dad? Is it because she see mom and her aunties and grandma doing what they do? Maybe they haven't been raised to be a wife. They haven't been raised to be a helpmate. Nothing like that. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So it's a lot of women out here in this generation. Like you said, they see what they looking at love and hip hop. They looking at they listening to a lot of this brainwashing ass music, and you gotta listen. You gotta pay attention to that music. They push this agenda in the music to where y'all ain't shit. I can do it on my own. I don't need a man, and then it trickles down to this the young girls that's looking up to these artists, the 16 to 17-year-olds that's able to articulate this. They start to look at that, and then when they develop into their adulthood, they got this attitude where I don't need a man. I can do bad by myself. I can do it on my own. And then it's a crusade of it turned into a crusade of women with this attitude.
right. But see, I mean, it be like that through their 20s, but when shit start hitting the fan in terms of they start picking up kids or whatever, and that struggle start to hit in. That's when they grow up faster. And I mean, don't get me wrong, they still go out and have good times with their girlfriends and things of that nature. But you know, that stress of the kids, raising kids by themselves and things of that nature with these hard economic times, it wises them up. I wouldn't say like fast or nothing like that, but when they get up into their 30s, you know what I'm saying, that's when they start looking for the good guy. In their early 20s though, between their 20s and 30s, it's all about the fast lane, you know what I mean, or having fun. Like, yeah, you're right. A lot of our black women are not raised to think about having a family first. You know what I'm saying? A lot of our black women and black men just be out here just living, but it ain't like in our culture at this point in time where marriage and strong family is like the standard. That's not the standard in our culture for whatever reason. You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
got a lot of different layers to why that is these days. But yeah, social media, the music, all the environment, all those things play a part to why we tend to move the way we do right now. And then, you know what I mean? That's why we can't build a lot of generational wealth because nobody even like working together no more. Like,
Yeah, but see, but how does this affect emasculation? Like
yeah,
this is
right.
this, how does this all coincide with emasculation? Because I see this like a lot of times, a lot of men, particularly in our community, are emasculated. You labeled a deadbeat if y'all split up, and then all of a sudden y'all ain't together, y'all got kids together. All of a sudden you a deadbeat now. That's a form of emasculation. Or when you in a relationship, nothing's good enough. The work you put in ain't good enough. No matter how many bills you pay, it's never good enough. They look at the next man and compare you to the next man and think it's okay. But as soon as you compare them to the next woman, it's a damn issue. The whole world in. You feel me? And it's like emasculation has become a new norm. They sit up here, they can bash you in front of they little female friends or whatever. But if you put them on the spot, oh, you just put everybody in our relationship. You put everybody in our business. And I tell you what, this year, Valentine's Day showed me a lot. It's like a lot of these women are 1 foot in the lesbian, knocking on becoming a lesbian's door, and 1 foot into still having a relationship. A lot of these women will salute they female friends, but won't just totally disregard the man at home that's been holding it down, that's been there supporting them through thick and thin. They totally just ignore him. I've seen it a lot. Like I've seen guys post little gifts for their women, no response. As soon as their girl posts a gift or whatever, oh, look what my girl got me. Oh, that's my best friend. That's my boo. Oh, babe this, my babe that. But the man that sit up here and cooked the meal for him or did whatever for him, no response, no kind of salute, no kind of nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You
I
know what I'm
mean,
saying?
yeah, but all that comes with like just once again, like it's a woman nature, you know what I'm saying? So it's really nothing man can do about it for real. All we can do is keep talking about it and hopefully they change. But I mean, and then when it comes to the emasculation part, like you got to think about it, man. You know, growing up in a single black woman home, you the anger, like not necessarily anger at her kids, but like just the attitude, like a lot of our black mothers and women, they got that more of a aggressive slash I don't need a man slash man ain't nothing, man ain't this, man ain't that. So when you grow up with that type of energy around you, you know what I'm saying, it becomes almost second nature to where you get that young lady get in a relationship, she just show those same traits that she grew up around. And it takes them some time to get out of that mindset once reality kick in that they not gonna keep a good man. Ain't no like, and then at the same time, some of us as men, we tend to not know our value when we're younger, and we put up with a lot of that emasculation when we're younger. We put up with a lot of it. So it's almost like uh a double-edged sword because women act that way because of how they was raised, and men allow it because we was around it uh, as we was growing up. You know what I mean?
So as you said, it starts from the mothers. So it
Yeah.
starts from men who deal with this. It starts from their mothers, and that's fucked up because if you a mother of a son and you sit up here and think it's cool to emasculate somebody, what the fuck you think your son gonna be used to when he grow up?
Mhm. Right. I mean, because it ain't like you emasculate your son, but some women even do that. Some women even emasculate their sons, but it's more so a son can see how the mother treats the man that she deal with. You know what I'm saying? How the mother emasculate the man that she deal with, and we think that's normal. You know what I mean? We start to think that's normally how a woman talks to a man. And so until we get to a point where we grow out of that ourselves, like this red pill content, I wish this shit was around a long time ago, you know what I mean? Or it was just more mainstream um, a long time ago, you know what I'm saying? Because it helped a lot of brothers out. Like that's why I just seen a stat the other day saying 18 males 18 to 25 ain't even interested in dating. Because
Shout out to DeMondre Hall. He said a man should not listen to a woman. A man got to aim to understand a woman that's conductive to his guidance. No, conducive to his guidance. And that's true.
right.
If she gotta, when a woman enters your life, she gotta jump on your program and come in to support you. See, a lot of these women, this kind of goes to what I was saying. A lot of women aren't accustomed to being helpmates.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
You got
And
to
when they come into relationship with this male dominant spirit, with this masculinity all over them, it's hard to lead a woman like that. They don't want you to take lead. They don't. Women of this society don't appreciate structure. They don't appreciate no kind of stability, no kind of security. They love chaos. Chaos. No kind of structure. If it ain't no chaos, if it ain't no drama, it just ain't right. They got to create some kind of drama. It got to be some kind of argument. It got to be something because that's adventurous to them. See, when you have normalcy in your life for some of these women in this generation, normalcy is just too good to be true. Normalcy is just too okay. It's too right. But you throw a little bit of chaos, a little bit of domestic violence in a relationship, a little bit of cheating, and a little bit of baby mama drama. Oh, they love it. They love it. Love it.
right. Mm-hmm. I mean, but that's the wild part about it though, because you know what I mean, it's like at this point in time, what do men really need to take from that? You know what I mean? Because it's I'm happy, like on one end, I'm happy social media around because it gives us the opportunity to see how women think, move, and talk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you get a wider perspective of the whole.
Right.
I'm saying
Now,
so. Yeah, you get a
yeah.
wider perspective of the whole. So
Mm-hmm.
it allows us to start modifying the way we move as men. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, women set the dating market. You know what I mean? So.
Right. What do you mean by that? They set the dating market. And DeMondre said they masculine behavior triggers the feelings. When the feelings get triggered, the man diverts to feminine energy in the eyes of a woman. Damn. Cook on that for clarify that statement, DeMondre. Chaotic feminine energy requires absolute masculine energy. He cooking.
Yeah.
He cooking.
Basically,
He
he's
cooking.
saying like you just got to stand 10 toes down on who you are as a man, and if she can't get with your program or be the person you need her to be, then she got to go. Like that's basically what he's saying. Like, yeah,
Right.
you need to just have absolute masculine energy, and to the point, don't give her a yard because you know how she moves. You give her a yard, she go take 10 of those French toasters. But at the end of the day, like I said, end of the day, as man, we like women set the dating market. When I say they set the dating market, we adapt to how they behave because we are the ones that trying to pursue them. Most of mankind has always been man chasing women. So we always been adapting to what we need to do in order to acquire a woman. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
that's why I
And
said it's at the dating market. And
yeah,
so
Demadre on to something. He said a woman expressing her feelings and feelings aren't real. Then he come back and say gotta have absolute understanding to guide the feelings. He on to something.
yeah, but see that's one of those things you as man, like that's something that we do need to learn for real because yeah, women move off they feel. A lot of women move and make life choices based on how they feel. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
as man, we need to understand that they don't move like we do. You know what I'm saying? So we
Right.
need to I ain't saying get in touch with no feminine energy or nothing like that, but I am saying we need to get more in touch with just recognizing emotional well-being of a woman. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how she moves. She moves off her emotions. So as man, like I said, they set the dating market. So I guarantee you, all the men that understand this and read women well for as their emotional needs, they do well with women because women think it's easier to talk to them. You know, women think it's a safe place because she can talk to them, she can be vulnerable with them, and all that man really doing is catering to her emotional needs. And that's you got to think about it. When women cheat, they don't cheat off of physicality first. Don't get me wrong, some women do, but most of the time it's be because of an emotional gap that they feel in their life. And that outside person, that's what they do. They feel that emotional gap. And then an emotional gap turns into physicality at some point in time. You know what I mean, so that's all I'm saying. They set the dating market, and as man, we got to be better equipped to, like he's saying, guide that emotional roller coaster that they be on. And you know what I mean, and that's on us. Like I mean, we can hold ourselves accountable to that. We got to get better at that emotional roller coaster. But at the same time, that emotional roller coaster should not dictate leaving somebody that's being there doing things for you the best that they can. You know what I'm saying? If they there supporting you, they there when you get off work, you can come talk to him. You know, he probably ain't in tune to all your emotional cues. But as man, we ain't gonna never be in tune to all of a woman's emotional cues because that ain't how we operate. We can
Yeah.
pick up when we see you really like something going on with you. We can pick up when that energy. We can feel that energy with something really going on with you, and but then it'd be sometimes even when you do pick up on that energy and you ask a woman what's wrong, she's like, I'm good, ain't nothing wrong. But they be wanting you actually to keep asking questions because you sense the energy. You know what I mean? Because when a woman says she ain't nothing wrong, we tend to be like, all right, she cool, and walk away from it. Like, all right, I mean, because if something was wrong, we would suspect she would tell us. But sometimes they don't even tell us something wrong. And like I said, as man, we just gotta be better at picking up on those emotional cues because I
Right.
mean that's
Oh,
how they.
this is a good comment right here. From Demondre again. Demondre Hall. Salute to you, bruh. He said a man must be everything for his woman, otherwise she will submit to any masculinity.
Yeah, that's deep when you, when you
That's deep.
that's
That's
deep
deep.
when you think about that. But yeah, I mean, but that ain't right though. You know what I mean? It ain't right, but that's just the way this world moves. You know what I mean? Because what he's saying though, then uh we should move based on our physical. We should move based on our physical. Then, like if a woman get out of shape, we should just go ahead and move based on another woman looking better than her physically. Like just because that's the way they operate, like they operate emotions, we operate out of rationale, and our one of our main things is beauty. So when our woman put on a couple pounds, is it okay for us to be like, yeah, she put on these pounds? Don't say nothing. Keep it to herself. She put on these pounds, so now I'm just go find me something that look better. Like, what if we just start moving like that? Like, go quiet. Let's just start looking on the outside for something that look better. Like that don't make it right just because if you're in a relationship and you and your woman ain't connecting emotionally at that point in time, do that make it right for her to go look somewhere else for an emotional connection? Because when she put on weight, would it make it right for a man to go look for something that look better?
Man, you're right.
Like you got to do that in reverse. You know what I mean? Do it make it right? Like think about that now. Like when you say it like that, how does that feel? Like, you know what I mean? Now we seem like jerks, but nah, we just doing what women do. We using our physical need as an excuse for me breaking up with you.
Right. Back in the comment section again, DeMondre Hall. A man doesn't submit to a woman's feelings. He knows that he needs his woman healthy, so he can't let her get to the point where he is not attracted to his woman.
Yeah, well, a man doesn't submit to a woman's feelings.
Can you see that comment?
Yeah, I see it. So he can't let her get to the point where he is not.
Well, sometimes that's something you can't control because women have kids. And you know the weight come on. Like my wife, she was 125 when we met. She like 170 now because she had 4 kids. You know what I'm saying? But it don't make her less attractive. It just I like a little thickness, but you know she don't like her thickness. She want to lose weight, but I get what he's saying kind of because you shouldn't let her get to the point where she is unattractive to you. Like I guess like help her along the way.
No, we're not doing that. See, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not co-signing that shit because that's like telling a woman she shouldn't have real sit downs with you expressing how she feels and making it simple. Nope, I don't want some shit where a man got to figure something out. No, I want it simple and plain. What's wrong with you, babe? This is hurting me when you do this. I would like for you to think about doing this. Like it needs to be plain simple so the man can make corrections if it's something that he's doing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I'm not co-signing for this. Like, you shouldn't let your woman get to a point where if she get unattracted to you, or a woman shouldn't let it get to a point where she loses an emotional connection to her man. Like you got to do it in a reverse. Like we not go just hold man accountable for everything. I ain't got a problem holding man accountable. Like, yeah, you shouldn't let your woman get to a point where you unattracted to her. You know what I mean? But think about that though. If you start telling your woman, look, babe, and you put on a couple pounds, and you gotta let that go.
Yeah.
What you think that woman gonna do?
She gonna take that as she gonna be offended.
You don't think that's gonna go into her emotional psyche, and she gonna start thinking you don't think she's attractive, and then that's gonna be another reason for why she emotionally disconnected from you. No,
right.
I ain't doing that. It's on both people parts to make sure the other person is healthy in a relationship. It's on both people parts to make sure each other healthy.
Now, DeMondre said the encouragement your woman needs must be fulfilled by her man. You got to translate her feelings. Otherwise, you leave yourself vulnerable as a man to complain. And as leaders of the house, you have to be absolute. Yo, DeMondre, I want you to tap the link, bro. You need to come up here, bro, or something, man. You need to tap the link one time, man. Tap the link, bro, because I need you up here, man. Because you cooking, bro. You cooking, you definitely cooking. If you can't tap the link, don't worry about it. We can get you on the next one next week. But you definitely know some stuff, bro.
Well, like I said, I don't see anything he's saying about the reciprocation. He just making it seem like a man just got to dominate his woman in order for her to be in position. Nah. It should be reciprocal. I don't need to dominate my woman with my masculinity for her to respect me, love me, reciprocate the same energy I give to her. Like That's almost sound like, you know, a controlling motherfucker, to be honest. I ain't even go hold you.
Oh, somebody that, what you think?
That's exactly what I think. The way he talking, it sound like you need to dominate your woman with your masculinity and make sure everything is going the way you want it to go.
Right. Yo, Demadre, the link in the description, bro. If you look at the description I posted, that you click that link and you can come into the actual video or whatever. He said masculinity is absolute understanding.
Yeah, let him come up here and explain that damn.
Oh shit.
Yeah, let him come up and explain that, because that makes absolutely no sense to me. Masculinity is masculinity. You're a leader, you're a provider, and you take care of the people that you are responsible for. You know what I mean? Absolute understanding. If somebody got issues and you ask them questions and they ain't give you like truthful answers, there ain't no understanding. Like people, some women can move with and be chameleons with their emotions. They can tell you they perfectly fine, all in the backdrop, got brothers on their social media that they linking up with, talking to, and all that. No, we're not doing that.
Right. But then, you know, a lot of women that say they fine, they be planning to escape.
Yeah, exactly.
Look at Tiana Taylor and Iman Shumpert. What just happened with that? Absolute foolishness. She stood up here and say they were good partners, they were good mates, they excellent co-parents, they own businesses together or whatever. All of a sudden, they divorced now. She received 4 of his homes valued at $10 million, bruh. A multi-million-dollar payout. She got several luxury vehicles, including a tour bus. One of the vehicles was a Maybach worth $300,000. The other was a Mercedes Sprinter worth $70,000. And she also kept all the businesses. She's gonna be the sole person in charge of her businesses. Iman Shumpert had to pay $8,000 a monthly child support and cover the cost of the children's private education. What the fuck did he get out of that whole marriage?
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm talking about, bro. Even like with the Tia Mowry and Corey thing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, she never said, Corey don't listen to me. Corey is emotionally unavailable, so you know we was emotionally disconnected. Nah, she just got tired. That's it. She thought she can go out here and find something better. Like it's almost like the Madre understanding woman's hypergamous nature. Like it's like he ain't taking that into account. That if a woman thinks she can do better on the outside, and she actually got like that type of person talking to her on the outside, the one that she thinks she could do better with, there's nothing a man can do to prevent that. It's all on that woman. I don't give a fuck how understanding you is. If that woman feels like she got a better option than you, that somebody can provide for her, somebody that seems more exciting, is new, is fresh, there ain't no understanding a man can do. You know, you think husbands ain't out here trying to understand their wives and keep their families together? Who you think really doing the most understanding? Because, like I said, women set the market. We adapt to women, and I ain't talking about adapt to women like, you know, you ain't a man and this and that. You don't know how to lead your way and none of that. No, I'm talking about we adapt to women to what they say they want and need. We make those modifications into our whole portfolio as ourselves as a man. Like if your woman tell you she likes to go to a plant store and just look at the plants and smell the plants or something like that. So we adapt that into like how we go treat this woman. I ain't saying like we let the woman run the relationship or nothing like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, if a woman makes the decision based on her emotions to make a change, it ain't no understanding that's gonna happen to prevent that. None whatsoever. Just like if a man get in his head like this other woman on the outside brings me more peace than her, and she more attractive, and she a more of a freak. Ain't nothing gonna prevent that. Ain't nothing that woman can do in that point of time if that man want to make that modification and step outside. Nothing she could do. He already done judged those two people up. This woman on the outside, she don't be causing me stress or none that. I come over there, I get it easy. She rub my feet, she treat me better. I get the physical contact the way I want it. Like, why am I really here? And that's the same with women. I mean,
yeah, he said feelings need guidance. If you don't guide them, you will end up in a bad situation. Yeah, I put the link up there, bro. The link right there for you. I need to, because reading the chat is cool, but I would like to really just hear from you for real. Anybody else that want to tap the link right there in the description.
Yeah, but see, he talking about feelings need guidance. No, I ain't trying to hear that. I'm just not, because she's an adult. What are we talking about? So she can't control her own feelings.
And don't nobody give a fuck about feelings no more.
Yeah,
nobody gives a fuck about your feelings. Like, fuck your feelings.
Well, to a certain extent, if you separate with a woman, then yeah, fuck her feelings then. But when you're in a relationship with a woman, nah, you gotta worry about her feelings and her.
Yeah, I'm just saying. What I'm saying is that when it comes to a man, nobody gives a fuck about a man's feelings.
Yeah, about our feelings, yeah.
That shit don't matter.
Yeah, it don't get validated. Like a lot of women don't validate man feelings, and they use what the man's saying as a weapon, turn it around with Swiss knife words and make him think like he did something wrong. Like they very good at making a man feel like he did something wrong when, you know what I'm saying, he bring a issue or something that he's not comfortable with in a relationship, and he try to bring it to the forefront. Yeah, a lot of women are good at switching that up and making it like it's his fault. You know what I'm saying? Because son, he did 12 years ago. You know what I mean? So he did 12 months ago. You know what I mean? But it's all good. But yeah, like you shouldn't have to control somebody's feelings. All you should do is support somebody's feelings, not control, not tell them how to feel, because you can't. Think about what you're saying, bro. Feelings need guidance. No, she's an adult. She needs you to understand. She don't need you to guide where her feelings go. She needs to trust that you are willing to sit there, listen, understand how she feels. She don't need you to guide her. She's an adult. Like, why are we taking all the responsibilities off of women? Like, good grief. That's why I'm at on cuz though, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They adults too. Like, nah, we not gonna play this. The man gotta be this goddamn unicorn. Like I said before. Like women be out here looking for a unicorn.
There go my boy. What up, fam?
Like, what up, bro? Women be out here looking for a unicorn. She want a motherfucker 6'5", making $100,000, physically in shape, 6-pack, 8-inch rod, emotionally intelligent to be able to read her mind so he know what's going on with her. Like women looking for a unicorn that doesn't exist. And it ain't a man's nature to be all in tune with emotions. Like, and that's just something that we need to learn as men, because I'm with you on the point of where you saying like understanding their feelings and this and that, but guiding a woman feelings, man can't guide no woman's feelings. She go do what she want to do when she feel how she feel. You're not guiding that, but you can understand it and let her know that you value her feelings and that you there to support her feelings.
Hey,
but
and if you do that, what happens?
What you say?
And if you are there to guide her feelings, what happens?
If you are there to guide it.
Yeah, you said a woman, you have to be there to guide her feelings.
No, you said you got to be the guide.
All right, so
I'm saying you got to be there support. I'm saying you got to be there support and understand, not guide.
If you support and understand, wouldn't you know, like you would understand her feelings, right?
Right, but I'm not guiding her to tell her how she should feel or how she should move with these feelings. I'm just letting her know, I understand how you feel. I'm here to support you. What do you need from me? But it ain't me telling you, you feel that way, well, you need to go do this. You feel that way, well, you need to start thinking this way. You feel this way, then you ain't telling her how to move. You just there to let her know you support her and what can you do to help her feel better, but not to try to dictate how she should move with her feelings. Because let's be honest about it, a woman ain't gonna do that anyway. Like, you got to be real about it. You tell a woman, like a woman come to you and say, I'm feeling like you don't love me because you don't say it like you used to. Now that's where you come in under try to let her know, nah, that's not that, babe. This and this and that. Woo, woo, woo. But that
Now,
don't.
what would you say? What would you say to that?
I would say, babe, I love you. You tell her what's the real, how you really feel, so she understand where you're coming from to set that foundation. And you would try to make her understand that you do love her.
How do you make her understand that you do love her?
You can't, you all you can do is say it. You can't make her do anything. That's what I'm trying to say. You can't make her do anything. You can just give her the information.
If my lady say, I feel like you don't love me because you don't say it like you used to. In that moment, I kind of don't care what she say. I kind of got to ask myself, damn, how am I making her feel? What am I doing to make her feel like I don't love her when I know I do? So I know if she feeling something, she just making it up. She just telling me how she feel. It ain't true. So if it's not true, I need to figure out what I'm doing to make her see something, to say something to me that's absolutely not true. So what am I doing? Oh, okay, I am not saying I love you. All right, damn. I ain't giving her much eye contact. Damn, all right. I see what she's saying, and let me demonstrate by doing another behavior to show in demonstration where I could have been wrong to myself. I'm not worried about what she's saying.
Right. But see, that's you taking accountability for your shortcomings in that perspective. However, that don't stop her from saying, I don't care what he say, because I've been feeling this way for a while. So I'm going to continue to talk to somebody on the outside that was filling that void while you was missing it for that little gesture. So she done met a friend or somebody at work. Her work husband been telling her like the little things that you've been missing, and she only bringing it to you because somebody else doing it.
Oh, he's going to leave his woman open to the masculinity of another man. It's just like when you hear somebody say,
but she got to bring it to you. That's what I'm saying. She has to bring that to you for you to know what's going on.
As a man, to me, in my perspective of life, as a man, I will not leave myself vulnerable to any ideas. So if my woman presents to me an idea that is not true, I'm not going to create an idea myself. I'm going to assess that idea based on my own actual demonstration. If my lady says, hey, I don't think you love me, I'm going to have to physically demonstrate to her that I love her, because I understand as a woman, she will say how she feels to me. So if I say anything to her about how I feel, like, no, baby, I do love you. She's a woman who is completely aware that she says things that she feels and it might not be true. So as a man, if she's talking to me as her man, she tells me that, and I say, I love you too, babe, she feels like I'm just saying how I feel. And in that moment, I rob myself of the masculinity.
Whoa! That's what I'm talking. Hey, yo. Go ahead, man. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And what I would do in that situation is I would have to assess myself only. Because as the masculine man, I am only out to protect myself. I protect myself by translating my woman's feelings to make it a conducive environment for me in the relationship. I'm not going to listen to irrational feelings and just say, hey, I support them. I'm not going to listen to irrational feelings that's something that's not true and say, hey, you know what? Let me just try to understand. No, I have to demonstrate how what she's saying is not true. It's the only way to correct the feelings. It's just like if your girl says she feeling unloved or lonely and you come in there with some flowers, you might see a smile on her face. But then the next day you forget because you think that smile the day before was enough. But you didn't listen to the first time when she said she wasn't feeling love. So you need about 15 more days of flowers to bring that time back up. It's all about, to me, staying in control of how I feel as a man. As a man, I don't want to divert to any feelings. I don't want to feel nothing. I just want to completely understand, because if I have to feel and I get irate and irrational, you need just like if a woman argues about the laws, when the laws come,
I think we saying the same thing. We just saying a little
different. Right. Hey, 1 second, y'all. 1 second, y'all. Shout out to Excalibrate 44. He says high emotions are always a juggling matter and could get toxic if emotions is all she knows. What's y'all take on that?
Yeah, it's true, because every woman knows emotions. Every woman has feelings. every woman expresses how they feel. They might not say nothing real. If you and your girl holding hands, it's a totally different feeling for her. But to you, you holding hands with your girl. But to her, it's a totally different feeling of security, stability,
Right.
protection. So
Agreed.
it's just what all she know. If
But
you have a family around her that's all feelings or emotions go crazy. It's like charging a battery with all feminine energy. It wouldn't work. So if a woman starts saying how she feels and you say how you feel, the energy becomes so feminine that she can't even function. She's looking for the first sign of masculinity. What does that do? You open yourself up to the deviant man who understands that, hey, a man has left an opening in his woman's femininity. I have the ability now as a manipulator, man, to say the right words because I know exactly what she's missing in her life. Because as a man, I'm understanding that there is no man in that situation. So all I got to do is come in and be the absolute man and provide the comfort for her. Just like a woman will say, let me go to my father. Just like a woman will say, let me go to my pastor, the highest form of masculinity. Just like if the argument gets too crazy, she's going to call the law. If you be a man in the absolute moment and you suppress your own feelings, you can stand at that point and not argue and debate, but say, what can I do to control and assess the situation?
Yep.
That's how I look at it.
well, I mean, see, I like I said, I think we're saying the same thing. It's just two different approaches. The way you saying it seems to me like you saying it as if, long as you know that you being the best man possible for that relationship, you don't care what
No,
she's saying.
you see, like what you're saying is you're telling me how you feel about what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the
Now, I'm trying to understand what you're saying.
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. To absolutely understand what I'm saying, you have to not feel anything. You got to say, okay,
Mm-hmm.
what can I take in to say, let me add this shit to myself because I don't want these problems. I don't want to have no argument with my woman. I don't want to have no headache with my woman. So it's best for me to try to understand my woman to the highest capacity that I can understand. I do
Right.
not have no emotional feeling talk to where I got to say how I feel. I love you when she telling me she don't. Who's gonna win? There's no win in that.
Right. There ain't no win in that. Yeah, that's a
Have to
loss.
say, what is the missing component in my demonstration as a man? That's the only option you got.
So I guess so in that example that you gave where you said if your woman told you she ain't feeling love, the way I said I would handle that is I would want her to tell me why she ain't feeling love so I can see what I need to modify
Yeah.
to close that gap. So
Hey, first
what
right
would
there for me,
go ahead.
I'm not gonna ask nothing because if I know I love you, I love you. And when you say, hey, I'm not feeling love, I know you lying. You telling me how you feel, baby, and I'm gonna stop you right there. So my brain is immediately going to what am I doing that can leave room to insinuate you don't love me. I don't love you. You know what I'm saying?
But how you go, but see, how you go do that? How you go do that? And what if what you thinking is you like you said you'll process it and you'll try to figure it out on your own, like why she's saying this, and you'll try to make
it's simple though. The relationship is kind of simple. You kind of know where you lacking it in your relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Like you know where you have not dotted the period on that sentence. You know what I'm saying? You know that, hey, if your girl catch you looking this way at this girl, she gonna have a little feeling about herself. She might get over it and you ain't tripping, but you know, like you are aware. You know what I'm saying? So when a woman tell you something, it might be you tired. You might be working extra hours. It's not to say that you don't have a valid reason to give her that to make her feelings feel that way. You don't need a valid reason. It just needs to be a feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like it don't matter. It's a feeling. Like it's just like you saying I love you and she saying she don't. You know you ain't lying, but if she telling it to you, then you got to say, hey, you a liar. You can't do it like that. It's going to be a consistent argument of ideas. The only way to eliminate ideas is to demonstrate.
well, I understand demonstrating. How can you demonstrate something if you don't understand the root cause? Because it's a root cause to her. It's a root cause for her saying that.
What
And
does
if you,
what does
yeah,
your woman like? What does she like to do? What TV show does she like? What food does she like? If she has an insecurity in her stomach, you rub her stomach. If you don't understand why she has the insecurity, you affirm how you feel about it. You don't rely on her to tell you that. What does she like? What is it in her? What it is about her that you like? What leverage do you have as a man using absolute understanding to say, hey, my lady saying some shit that ain't true. How do I stop her from doing it? What leverage do I have on her? Oh shit, she like this candy right here. Let me get that candy. Let me maneuver it in. If it takes manipulation, it takes manipulation, because without it, you hurt by it. So and to avoid being hurt by it, and to saying, hey, it's just a woman. Nah, as the man, as the head of the house, I can never blame nobody but me. I'm not gonna say, hey, somebody knocked on my door, it's my wife's fault. Nah, absolutely try to fix that shit, because I don't want to hear no ideas. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna present no ideas, because if I present an idea, we're gonna get crossed up in ideas, and them ideas ain't gonna get us no motherfucking well. We just
I mean, I guess that's just two different approaches. You approach it the way you approach it, but the way I approach it, I would want to know why she feels that way. Like, I ain't telling her that I love her or nothing like that. I'm trying to get an understanding of what's missing for you to feel that way, so that I can modify that. Like, you doing it basically just saying, I'm going to take the responsibility, not knowing what's really causing her to say this. I'm just going to pay attention to all the things that I understand about her and just do them. And what I'm saying is, it's a woman. You don't know what's triggering that. She could be mad at you because you leave your clothes in the bathroom, but you got the candy, like you said. But she mad at you for leaving clothes in the bathroom. Like, who knows what it actually is?
That's another thing. Don't assume anything. Don't assume nothing.
That's why I said I would ask her why. I would ask her, why are you feeling this way? So I can have the understanding.
Something that was not true, that you would say is not true, because you do love her. So you saying when she say that it's not true, right?
Right.
Why would you trust anything after that to affirm something that is not true? Like, what could she tell you? What could she say to say, hey, so you saying when she say that it's not true, right? Like, right. What could she say?
What I'm saying, yeah, you're right. What I'm saying, it's not true, but I want to know why you feel this way, though. I want to know. It ain't saying I feel this way like you. I want to know why you feel this way, so it can be worked on. Like, communication is a two-way street. You can't not have communications with her about how she is actually feeling, and you just make modifications based on what you think the issue is, and you could be missing the issue completely.
See, that's the thing right there. You don't take offense to it. You shouldn't be offended. You shouldn't say, hey, figure this out. Like, you shouldn't ever try to figure it out. You just figure it out. Like, you don't say, hey, well, let's see what's bothering you. Because a person who just told you something that's not true can't really calculate what they would say is bothering them, because her calculation has led her to believe you don't love her. So if anything she say, you can't calculate it right, it ain't gonna help you no way. So you might as well not listen. She could say, man, you don't buy me nothing no more. And then it's like, damn, we just ate. Shit, we ain't got no money. We paid the bill. Damn, we did just go here. You could be saying all that, but that could be something totally different. So why would you listen to it? It doesn't make no sense. Like,
but yeah, if that was the case, but you got things that you can say why you feel that way when we just did this, boom, boom, boom. Like, you ain't arguing. You trying to understand, because you want to understand your woman. So it's like, I want to validate how you feel in terms of understanding. I'm not trying to validate how you feel because it's the truth.
Can't validate feelings if the feelings aren't true.
That's what I'm saying. I want to validate. I want you to know that I understand. Well, you know what? This conversation me and you had would be best. I would like to see a woman's perspective. Like, I wish we had a woman up here.
Hey, bro, I'm not listening to no woman. She gonna tell me how she feel.
That's what it is, bro. All right, then. All right, so yeah, we got two different mentalities on that. But hey, to each his own. What's worked for you works for you.
Yeah, whatever facts. Whatever works to provide a conducive life to you works for you. If it is not, then you must ask yourself, is what I believe correct and true? And if it is, then everything is good. But if it's not, say, hey, am I in complete control of my shit?
Yeah.
Hey, if this my woman, am I in complete control of my shit? If some nigga who don't know it can come say some crazy shit in her ear based off the way that she interpreted me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
I got you.
Everybody got that shit, bro. It works out for everybody how it works. It ain't no right or wrong.
But we know women make bad decisions when they feel some type of emotional strain. So
So
That's all I'm saying.
you prepare yourself for the fallout of that.
Yeah, you should. Shit.
And if you do that, you would avoid this whole situation entirely.
Yeah, for facts. Like, yeah, all right, motherfucker, go on about your business then, motherfucker.
Shout out to Excalibrate 44. Both those ideas are needed to an extent, depending on the circumstances. That's my dude, man. Excalibrate. He's one of my top supporters. I appreciate you. Salute to you, brother. He's one of my moderators on the channel too, man. So he always got a lot of positive input on the topics we discuss on here, man. So I appreciate you, man. And yeah, shout out to you, Mondre 360, man. I appreciate you, bro, for coming up on the platform. But go ahead, y'all. I just want to take a break and tell them that.
That's all good. Yeah, we got good back and forth. Yeah, I mean, like I said, at the end of the day, it's two different approaches, but at the end of the day, it's trying to get to the same conclusion. You know what I mean?
Right.
Making sure my household is taken care of. That's it. I mean,
Yeah,
Hey, Mondre, before you get out of here, I ain't trying to hold you up, bro. What's your take on emasculation? A lot of black men go through emasculation, whether it's in our relationships or in our households. Just period. We face a lot of emasculation, and it's become a new norm now, in my opinion. Like, as what I see, a lot of people, it's become a new norm to society and for our women to emasculate us. And I feel like we should really be coming together, and our women should be uplifting us, and we should be coming up with some kind of solutions so where men aren't feeling that way. What's your take on emasculation when it comes to black men?
Well, it's tough because the emasculation, you got to ask yourself, where does it start? Like, where is the beginning of it at? So that's why I say, instead of asking any questions to find any ideas, I don't give a fuck. I don't care how nobody else feels. So I can't be emasculated. Like how could a woman, give me an example of how a woman can emasculate me? I don't have that. You know what I'm saying?
I got you. I like that.
Put in like an example, like a woman saying you ain't shit. Like, why would I listen to a woman anyway who tells me how she feels? Do I pick and choose what I want to make her feel good or make me feel good? If she says she love me and then the next time she says she don't love me, like, where does the emasculation start? Like, I don't care how she feels. I'm only trying to understand how she feels. So
Right.
I don't have the feeling to say like, I'm emasculated. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Trying to rob me of my emasculation. Like, a woman can't emasculate you. You only allow a woman to disrespect you or misuse you. You know, a man is a tool of use. You make yourself useful, someone will use you. But it is your job as a man to understand you are not to be misused. And anybody who attempts to misuse you in any kind of way that's not conducive with the way you want life, you ain't got nothing to talk to them about. So I ain't got no way to talk to a woman who could emasculate me. If a woman approaches herself in a way that disrespects me or tries to upend my masculinity, like, how could she do it as a woman? First off, I have to get my feelings first and go back and forth with her about feelings, which I refuse to do because I don't care how she feels.
I like that.
I like that, bro. I like that. See, that's the first time I heard somebody say something like that, man. I'm 42 years old.
That's a mindset right there. That's
a mindset. Yeah, it starts in mindset, man.
It's a
definitely.
It's a process. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
You. That's just all it is. The process of understanding how the game goes. It's just
right.
Like right now, we get to share our ideas. We get to talk across the internet. Like, damn, how I say something could make you feel like, hey, we saying the wrong thing. But hey, we ain't never saying the wrong thing to each other. Because I don't care kind of how you feel. I hear what you're saying, and I'm only aiming to understand what you're saying, which is why I understand. Oh, okay. Like, what you're saying is you're telling me how you feel about what I'm saying based on how you view your way of the world. And we don't have to even say, hey, every man has his own perspective. Like, it's true. Like, it's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? So I just labeled myself into a position of saying, what do I want the most peace for? Knowing what's real. And the only thing that's real is to ignore how anybody else feels, because anytime somebody sees you, they how they feel.
Right. Madre, do you got a YouTube channel, bro?
I'm working on it, bro.
Man, you need a damn YouTube channel. What the fuck you waiting on, man?
Maybe I need it this moment. You know what I'm saying?
Man, you need a fucking YouTube channel. I don't know what the fuck you playing around, man.
The process provides, bro.
Yeah, you got a good point of view, seem well structured, well disciplined. Man, you need to get this out there, man. Like, seriously, bro.
Yeah, that's a different mentality. I ain't even heard that.
Different mentality, like totally different, bro. You making me I have to go get my shit together now. and I got 23,000 subscribers. I need to get my shit together, bro.
Hey, it's the process.
Yep.
Nah, but even to what you were saying about how, like, in the situation of like, damn, another guy coming in and saying, coming in a work husband or something, like, yeah, because it's tough in this day and age where you need your woman to work, and you to work, she has to subject herself to a boss. A boss occupies the space of some masculine energy. Her boss can tell her come to work and be on time, and you can't tell him nothing. So when you share that masculinity with her boss,
Right.
So it's now if you got deviant dudes out there who you know, like, any woman who let me know any problem she got, I'm gonna use them to my advantage. Then that's for you to say, hey, any problem she got, I need to know what the motherfuckers is. I need to be aware of them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, you got to take initiative to protect yourself if that's your woman.
Right.
It's easy for a man to say, hey, if a dude jump out with a gun, I'll hop in front of it, or if a bear hop out, I'll fight the bear. Right. But it's very difficult to see what she see, or when she say she got that feeling that's bad. You don't know how to handle that because you need something tangible to do something in reality, which is why demonstration is required. Like you gotta finesse your woman. You gotta take her out. You gotta do these things. It's very difficult to maintain because as a man, if she brought you flowers every day, you wouldn't feel nothing. You know what I'm saying? But you bringing her flowers every day might make her cook for you every day. It might make her, when that other dude say some shit that it don't even make sense because her man has provided the comfort for absolute masculinity.
Right.
You protect yourself from the wolves. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yep. Damn, that's powerful right there. That last statement you said was powerful, bro. So basically, what you really saying is, if you're doing what the fuck you got to do at home, it ain't no way for no other man to infiltrate what y'all got going on. If you handling business like you supposed to, you understand like you supposed to, you in tune with your woman's feelings and emotions, and you're doing everything you're supposed to do as a man, as a provider, as her protector, the one who provides stability, the one who provides security. If you're doing everything you got to do, ain't no way no other man can come in and tell her shit.
And I'm not saying that's easy, but it is the process of a relationship. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying like you motherfucking psychic and know. It's like you understand and you got to catch them things. And you got to also understand too, you got partners, you got dudes, who like said they done ran game. They done told lies. You probably yourself have deceived women, used manipulative tactics to get them and seen how easy they are. They're no different than your woman, just expressing how they feel. You know what I'm saying? When you view femininity as a spectrum and you kind of can understand that masculinity is a spectrum. And if you get too far off, if she too far off, then it ain't gonna work out right.
Yeah, Excalibrate back in the comments again. Shout out to you, my brother. Validate the feeling. It's valid if you investigate, since most women aren't fully transparent, which is that's a point. A lot of women aren't truly transparent. They aren't fully transparent. Instead, they'll oftentimes use emotions as a sign to see if you love her enough to excavate truth.
That's true.
Man,
Great.
Man, what about that? What's y'all opinion on that?
If you do not demonstrate, you are also lying. Just like if your girl say, hey, you love me or you don't love me, she is lying. She is telling you how she feels. But if she cooks for you every day, wash your clothes every day, slay with you every day, kiss you on the cheek before you go out for work every day, she won't need to tell you she loves you. You would see it, and it is demonstrated in truth and reality. As a man, stay in the truth and reality. So when anybody approaches you with ideas which are based in feelings, made up shit that niggas just making up, like, it's what it is. You got to approach it with extreme masculinity and try to aim to understand it. You can only understand.
Right. What's your take on this so far, cuz? Madre just came. I might as well just give him my damn channel, bro.
If you don't demonstrate it, it's not true. So
right.
If you demonstrate it, it's true. Like, hey, if you find a girl who grew up in a rough area and she done been growed up around men who are violent, and she wants you to knock somebody out for that demonstration, that might not be the woman you want to demonstrate truth for. But the woman who tell you she just don't feel loved, and all it takes is for you to say, hey, let's go hold hands and walk at a park so we can get some exercise in. You ain't even got to say exercise. You could just say, hey, let's go walk at the park because I just want to spend some time with you outside alone. Even if you know she insecure about her weight, you can use that moment to capitalize and improve your woman and improve yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's just those micro.
Right. That's all part of like pouring into each other, man. So man.
So what's the reciprocation on that then? Because I like what you're saying, but
Nobody
it's like,
bothering you.
huh?
Nobody telling you how they feel, that you gotta, like, it's just what it is. Like, as a man, you're always supposed to be conquering new levels. You're supposed to be leveling up. You know, you get to a one point and everything cool and good is good. You know what I'm saying? You get to one point, you gotta get to another point. You know, your wife might need, your girl might need another job. The men in that area might be too manipulative. The ladies in that area might be too hostile in their femininity. They might be spreading innuendo and gossip and reputation disruption to her. They might be insinuating things that ain't true. My man did this whole time. That man could be beating them, but it don't matter because you're giving her open to those ideas. Ideas are the enemy of masculinity. Masculinity is only understanding.
Wow.
Demonstrate is the only way to proof what you understand. It's just like, if the only way to say, hey, you bought it, is to demonstrate it. You know what I'm saying? You have to do it. If you don't do it, then you also saying what you feel. And even if what you saying you feel is true, you have lied. So you can also say, damn, it is times where people cannot know you telling the truth, or if you lying. So the only way to do it is to demonstrate.
Right.
Reminds
me of that song "Show and Tell" by Al Wilson.
I ain't heard it, but it's simple. It's self-explanatory.
Yep. Show and tell. Hey, I'm old school, bro. Show and tell. That's the game I play when I want to say I love you. Show and tell. That's all you can do is show and tell, bro.
Hey, a woman ain't looking for a man to tell her ideas and feed into her ideas. If a woman will feed into ideas that are not conducive to her, you could say, like, you will know, like, man, that's a dumb decision. Why would you do that? Like, why would you do it? So why would you leave your woman open to that? If that's your woman, you know, you have to have a woman you willing to fight for. It's very
right.
Know when to fight for and when not to fight. But shit, you got to figure that out. It ain't saying it's like an absolute rule book. Like, hey, I approach my shit like every day. Hey, let me analyze this shit. Nah, I'm learning. You know what I'm saying? The process provides for it.
So I guess I got a question for you. So even if you're doing all those things and a woman, do you think that prevents a woman from ever stepping out or getting tired or bored with your relationship?
Hey, bro, I don't think women is as complicated as it seems for that issue. If you handle a woman's feelings, she does not have, if a woman likes you enough to where she likes you and she feels like you like her, she's not gonna second guess feelings. Like, her feelings will be met. It's just like that moment to where that passenger princess moment to where your girl ain't thinking about nothing. She comfortable. She feeling protected. She know her man got it type thing. Like, you kind of got to be that way, or otherwise it's not going, like, how do I say it? Ask it again, bro. I got lost.
Yeah, I'm just saying, with your mindset, and you move the way you move in a relationship where you don't ask, you just show. Do you think, even with that mentality and you showing everything that needs to be shown and you doing everything that needs to be done, do you think even in that situation, a woman could potentially...
Hey, women ain't... Hey, bro, if you and your girl leave the house at the same time, one of your partners will buy her food before he buy you food. A partner who owes you money will buy your girl food. A woman can get a man at any moment. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, a woman, no matter what you feel your woman look like, the option she got, she can get a man before you could get a woman. And the only way you can get a woman before her is to pay for a woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, a woman has a way more chances of getting what they want. If they chose you and they willing to argue with you, you kind of got to see why she willing to sit here and tell me how she feel. If you care about, like, hey, is this gonna stop a woman from cheating, or if this gonna, like, you caring too much about what a woman do, which is why she caring about what you do. She start thinking, I wonder if he gonna cheat. Then she start thinking, damn, he looked at his phone extra long. Then you just start going into ideas. You can't make shit up. You just got to do your part. You know what I'm saying? If you handle your business, like, you gonna be making shit up if you ask about anything else. You know what I'm saying? You can't make shit up. Like, and women got an opportunity for that. So that's not something, like, if you handling your business, that's some shit you shouldn't even be worried about. But that's also a reflection of yourself. Where did you pick this woman from? Where did you meet this woman? What conditions did you meet her under? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a part of, like, your grooming process for knowing the right woman. Like, damn, if you ain't the right woman for me, then you kind of might do some shit like that. If I ain't scanned you properly and I'm just lonely too, and we linked up on the first day and it felt cool, and you get in there the first day, and then the next day you just stand there, then you kind of know that the possibility of that might be high because it was easy for you. So you got to ask yourself, you know what I'm saying? What am I doing, and who did I pick? Type shit.
Mm-hmm.
Women ain't out here just doing shit like that. Like that's a series of events that leads up to an idea. You know what I'm saying?
True that.
Yeah. Yep. Man, Excalibrated back in the comments. Masculinity is patience, love, understanding, and wisdom. I like that.
Yeah, completely. But I'm not saying like you're not a man. You know what I'm saying? Like if you and your, I think that's a hard topic because it's like, damn, when somebody say, hey, bro, you and your feminine energy, if you argue, it's like, damn, I'm not saying you're a woman. I'm just saying that, damn, she might have got you to a point. If a woman argues with you enough to the point to where you start arguing back like a woman, then that ain't your woman because she taking you out your masculinity. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
She's robbing you of your masculinity. She's not
right.
If that would be an attempt at emasculation, then at that point it's not conducive to you. It ain't gonna work.
Right. And he said, that said, there will be times where correcting an error in her views could benefit the relationship. If her views are corrupt / wrongful, it's important to teach her through explaining error with love. But with that, a lot of women feel that they are above reproach. A lot of women feel that they are above reproach. I've ran into that.
Yeah, a woman feels like she's above reproach. So why would I consult her?
Right.
Like, why would I consult her? Why wouldn't I just maneuver in a way to guide a person who's never going to take it? Like, a man must be absolutely responsible and a woman must be absolutely accountable. But the only way a person can hold themselves accountable is if somebody is absolutely responsible. The only way your kid going to listen to you and be a good kid as best they can be if your kid look at you and say, damn, I know you are trying your best, which is being absolutely responsible. And the kid be absolutely accountable. It's the same way with your spouse, you know? Like, if you are absolutely responsible, then the woman will be absolutely accountable. It's just kind of how it is.
True that. He said, yeah, salute to you, man. He said the last comment you made was the best, man.
Man, hope they was good. You recorded it, bro.
It's recorded. That's what I'm telling you, man. You need to get you a YouTube channel, bro.
Yeah, process, man. I appreciate y'all having me on here.
Hey, no problem, man. No problem. I ain't want to hold you up, bro. I just, you was in the comments. He was cooking, man. I'm like, I gotta bring him up here, man.
Yeah.
It's an open panel, so I wanted to hear some insight from different people, man. Man, you definitely brought a lot of wisdom to the platform tonight, man. I really appreciate you, bro. I mean, you free to stay if you want. You don't gotta leave. I mean, you free to stay, but
see you then.
Yeah.
When I gotta go, you know.
Facts. Nah, it's all good, man. Like I said, I mean, what you just been explaining tonight is just like a different mindset on the whole situation, for real.
It's true.
Mm-hmm. So it's all good. It's all good. I mean, that's what's the benefit of having this type stuff for man to, link up and express things and learn from each other, you know what I mean? And you know what I mean, that way we move better in this world, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
That's the best way to do it.
It's like I'm gonna approach it like a man. Like as men, I am only aiming to understand. So I'm never gonna say, hey bro, nah, this is what that motherfucker did. I'm not gonna tell you nothing to get you in your feelings, and I'm not gonna tell, I'm gonna say, hey bro, what do you feel is best for you? Is this the person for you? Then if this is the person for you, this is how we solve the problem. Like we only supposed to solve the problem, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So as long as men reach dialogue with other men, and like you can always find solutions to the problem. It's just that most men, it's some men who hear that information and they tell their partner that, and their partner the one trying to slide with your girl. Like it's you have to be an absolute understanding that just like all the snakes you know about other men, that shit happening. Just like you know yourself is full of snakes, but you have to say, damn, how do I learn not to be so full of snakes? You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Snakes and understand it.
Now, Excalibrate 44. When there's no God, then another man becomes her God. Then yo, that's true. It said both sides contributed to the truth.
Yeah.
Like I said, I would really like if we had a woman up here so she could elaborate on what you were saying and let us know, like, because the way you talk, I mean, they would say, I think a lot of women would say your tone your tone is a little mean, just
Okay.
like they did Kevin Samuels.
Right there. You would say a lot of women would say my tone is a little mean. To
Yeah,
make that assessment, you would have to pretend that you are what?
A woman.
worry about their feelings or a woman. Yeah.
You
Okay.
see?
Yeah. Yeah.
But if you don't deviate to assuming nothing, you could be good. I guarantee it was times where your girl seemed like she had an attitude. Then 5 minutes later, if you got an attitude, she seemed like where the attitude came from. What if you would have never got that attitude? What if you would have just said, oh, she in her feelings right now. Let me just give her 5 minutes and then come back in here and put my arm around her waist.
No. What I was doing though was just making a comparison because I know how women was talking about Kevin Samuels when he was
Right.
trying to get on facts.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. When you consider what a woman is saying, you have to start playing pretend. And in that moment of playing pretend, you rob yourself of masculinity.
Yep.
Start to dive down a rabbit hole of ideas, and you are not built to handle those feelings. Like you said, a man ain't built. You ain't built.
We ain't built for that game.
Hey, bro, you ain't built to run your mind with all them ideas. So it's best that you don't do it at all. Don't assume. Don't make up. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, like you can say a woman might assume that, but you gotta say, damn, why would I be assuming I ain't no woman? You can't really make that up. You
Yeah, that's like I said. I wish like we had a woman on the panel though. That would have like to hear it though. I mean, like I said, man, I do this to learn. Like I do it to learn from all different perspectives. Like, and who better to learn about women than a woman? You feel me?
But a woman can't teach you about another woman.
I mean, she give you some insight on how women operate.
How? What would she give you?
Because she can relate to that species more than we can.
So how could that woman translate to you more than your own woman translate to you if they both
Right.
talk?
Yeah. I see that. Yeah.
Well, I ain't talking about like comparing her to my woman or like that. I'm just talking about what we was talking about tonight, to have a woman's viewpoint on what we was talking about.
Like for show's sake or just for like
if she was up here on the panel and she could have interject when we were speaking and give whatever viewpoint she had, that type of thing.
But if she interjects and gives her viewpoint, what will make you listen to a woman whose feelings you're not trying to understand?
Yeah.
No, I would be trying to understand why she's saying that. Like,
but then
so you saying, hold on. So you saying you can't learn nothing from women?
I can't, like, I'm not trying to learn from women. I'm trying to enjoy my woman. You know what I'm saying? It might be different, but I'm trying to just enjoy my woman. So I wouldn't have time to hear what 5 women think when those 5 women could think something totally different if they saw me or my woman. Like, I'm pretty sure y'all saw the balloon pop shows, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, pop the balloon. Yep.
When the dude walk out, the ladies pop the balloon, and then once he start talking, the ladies kind of have that look on their face like, damn, I shouldn't have popped that shit.
Yep.
Like, so, like, see, what information could she add to you if she's also going to get on here and say how she feels? Like, a woman can only say how she feels about what she hears somebody say. It's just like,
I see what you're saying. Yeah, because she go respond with her feelings and not. You don't think women can think with logic like we do?
Any woman who thinks with enough logic is like she doesn't have a man. Like, if a woman has too much masculinity, what would you say? She emasculating you. She trying.
Nah. It just would be a woman I wouldn't fuck with. You know what I mean?
Yo.
She ain't gonna take nothing good.
Yeah. I mean, but like I said, I be looking for insight. Like, I mean, just because I look for insight on how women think, don't mean like I will let them devalue me and my masculinity. It's just it's certain things that women can pick up on each other that we can use.
Yeah.
A woman, you would have to so you would say, this woman can translate my woman's feelings and translate them to me, and I would trust her translation rather than
I'm not saying that at all. What I am saying is this. If it was, like I said, if a woman was up here interjecting between what me and you were saying, it would just give us insight onto how some women think. Like, you're right. You can't translate that specifically between 2 women and nothing like that. But at least she's a woman that's been growing up her whole life as a woman. So she been through shit women been through. She got viewpoints women got. And so she would have some closer insight onto a woman's psyche more than we would. And all I'm saying is, I like to just hear that shit, not like it's going to judge, like it's going to change anything about what I'm doing.
Right.
It's just, I like to hear that shit for informational purpose.
All right, now I'm gonna ask you this: if you tell your girl, like, "Hey, this lady, I was trying to talk to this lady about understanding your feelings to try to help us out," would she feel good about that, or would she might bring that up later, like, "Damn, that's some lady you trying to fuck with"?
You can bring it up, but then again, going back to what you said,
value to you.
But again, going back to what you said, I wouldn't tell her shit. I would just get it and just, I mean, like you said, why listen to her at all? I just keep it in my own little space and, you know, rationalize that shit in my own way. You know what I mean? Like I said, at the end of the day, we all do have different perspectives and viewpoints on life and this and that. But that don't mean you can't learn from somebody else's viewpoint on life and this and that. Just like me and you talking right now, and we kind of got two different viewpoints. That don't mean we can't take from here or move from here. I mean, move a little from this to that. Yeah. Just because, you know what I mean, we evolve, and that's what it is. Just evolving with the information you take in, and you still make your own decisions and your own viewpoint and all that shit. You still move the way you want to move. It's just like I said, I like gathering information from the other side, just so I could get a better understanding of just women's psyche in general. Not like this specific woman. I mean, I just like to talk to women in general just to get a better understanding of their psyche. Like, you know what I mean? So that way I'm just more well-rounded on the shit. Like, I've seen this before. I heard that shit before. I know how to move on that one because I done talked to enough women to understand what this is. You know what I mean? And just like
all of that you said, would you say those are ideas or reality?
I would say those people experience, and you can learn from experience.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying you can't learn from experience. What I'm saying is, like, to me as a man, I get what you're saying, and I don't. If it sounds as if I disagree, then I don't, because I don't truly care about nobody else's perspective. I am only here to aim to understand. I hear what you say, and I don't dispute. I'm not saying, hey, bro, you wrong or you lying. Right. You know what I'm saying? We good. So like I hear you, but I can't make that up. Like I understand her, and I'm gonna figure her out. Like I don't have the ability to say I'm going to care about women at scale when my woman is one woman. And if women go through a multitude of feelings, like if I have to go through so many ideas with so many women, how am I going to know women? Because that means I have to know nothing but ideas. Like no woman can tell me how another woman operates. So I wouldn't be able to, it would be too many mistranslations for me. It would be like whispering your ear, you whispering that ear, and then y'all get back to me. Like I feel like the best route for me is to say, okay, what can I assess and what can I do? I don't do it.
Yeah, but that's how my brain works though. My shit be, I mean, so I like that shit. Like I said, I like putting all this shit in.
Yeah, Excalibrate back in the comments to stop pretend, just be truthful from your spirit. Pretending is when you're in flesh/ego. The problem is with catering 24/7 is not only are you feeding never-ending desires that you're never fully satisfied, but she'll also never know the real you or understand her own error. This is true.
Yeah, because what error is committed? That's you got to be kind of specific and say her own error. Like as an autonomous human, what error does a woman commit? Like the only thing a woman can present to you is a feeling or an idea. She hasn't done nothing wrong. Like what has she done wrong other than bring a feeling or an idea? So it's like
disconnected.
You have to kind of cater to yourself, to me. And if you cater to yourself, you'll say that if this the woman I'm willing to understand and that's conducive to me, then I'll get it. But as far as like the idea of I'm just not that type of person. I'm not no dater. I'm not no type of person to be like, hey, let me see what you think about this, or what's your perspective on this? Like my conducive perspective is how I operate, and then how I want my woman to operate, and that shit got to be conducive to how I view the world, and that's where it stops. I can't say, hey, bro, this is what you should do with your woman, because I don't have enough on your woman, and the content you provide to me will be strictly how you feel. You will be telling how you feel based off an interpretation of what she stated to you, which is
Mhm.
also a feeling that's made up. So you would be telling me something somebody else made up to something you got to make up, and that's too far for me, you know.
I got you. I understand, brother. That's why I like this type shit. Like even like all the stuff you saying, man, it's just more information for me. I take it all.
Yeah, I'm learning. I done learned a lot. I done learned a lot just by talking to him, man. A lot. It changes my perspective on certain viewpoints that I've had, but I've also learned a lot just by this little 30, 45 minutes we done talked. I done learned a lot, man.
I think we just provide understanding, even if the words hit your head and it's like it don't feel right with me. As a man, I am not tripping.
Right,
It's how
exactly.
it goes. But as if it adds to you as a man and it provides understanding for you later, then it
Yeah.
don't matter. I don't need no return on that. I don't need no
Right,
right or wrong. I just need
right,
for the ability to everybody demonstrate to the best of their capabilities, and we
right,
all good. It's
right,
how it is, you know what I'm saying? So understanding, as long as we search for understanding, we don't have
right.
to be offensive. We don't have to behave like women. We
Exactly.
have to.
I agree. Hey, I agree with you on that point, brother. Yeah, we shit. You better not be out here acting like women because they most definitely call you out about that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to move like man for sure. We got to move like man, brother.
And Excalibur 44 back in the comments again. The foundation should be scripture. That's true. In Genesis 2:18, it's not good for a man to be alone. You know what I'm saying? God said I would make a helper suitable for him. So this is this basically highlights the complementary role of a woman in relationships, particularly marriage. The woman is supposed to support and work alongside their husbands. A lot of people don't get that. Then in Proverbs it says a woman is often seen as an ideal model of a godly wife and mother, which comes to the nurturing part. A woman is like basically women are normally the nurturers of the family. If you look at the animal kingdom, right? If an animal gives an animal species gives birth to this offspring, they automatically know how to nurture.
Correct.
So a woman's nature is like nurturing. You know what I'm saying? She's described as hardworking, wise, kind, resourceful, and caring for her household and her husband. A lot of women don't get that. So that's what we should, like he said, the foundation should be scripture.
Living in a world where scripture is also undermined by those who preach the scripture. It's just like a woman have more attraction to her pastor as the highest form of masculinity, to where she might not listen to her husband, but listen to her
pastor. The pastor. Yep.
But
She won't listen to her. She won't listen to her husband, but listen to her boss. She won't listen to her husband, but listen to the counselor. She won't listen to her. It's wild. You know what I'm saying?
If you say, okay, my wife spends 10 hours a week at work, I work. I'm at work too, 10 hours a day. That's 10 hours. We are totally different people, separated from each other. She has to be a woman who believes that some other man who is her boss will protect her if something go down. She has to ask him. If you say, baby, I need you to go home because I just got an emergency, she's gonna say, I gotta ask my boss. At that moment, y'all are sibling husbands.
Right.
So it's just why the reason why if you don't want your woman to be subjected to the masculinity of a boss, where she has to say she'll listen to her boss, she can't work for no man then. It's what it has to be. It's just like, why did the snake talk to Eve? Why did the snake didn't tell Eve to do anything wrong? It pandered to how she felt. Her man was not there to block how she feels from the world, which left
man, you just said something there, bro. You just said something there.
If we look at it's just nature, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Yep. Back in the comments, Excalibur, equipped with God's word. That's the foundation. That is the foundation. When it comes to submission and respect in marriage, in Ephesians, it teaches that wives should submit to their husband as to the Lord, just as the church submits to Christ. I always say this in a lot of my content I put out there, that a woman should be submitting to her husband as the church submits to Christ. A lot of women don't believe in that because they have a rebellious nature against the Most High. A lot of women are in the spirit of rebelliousness. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Again, you gotta like just piece it like I said. I like taking in all this information. So just piecing in what you saying and what he's saying, like he's saying, basically, if that woman has to go to work, she also got somebody there that's showing masculine energy, and she got to respect and all these other things. So I think that's where women come in the days when they always talk about, you know, I want my man to pay 100% of everything,
Yeah.
so they can be home, and that way they only got to submit to you. So,
Right.
If you take away how you feel about a woman saying, "Hey, I need you to provide 100," if you say, "I don't feel any way about that," let me understand that and say, "Oh, you are willing to provide total submission to me if you want me to control you if I can control you." And control doesn't have to be negative. Control is how the woman feels, which she helps her man, because a man is a woman. So it's just like, instead of one snake, now you got a million snakes. So if you use any excuse, then you give up your right to be the man. So it's just kind of how it is, you know what I'm saying?
Yep. But then a lot of like Excalibur back in the comments, the pastor is not the word of God. That's the error. This is so true. In a lot of situations, women and men, we look to the pastor as I don't say God, but a lot of people look at the pastor. A lot of people worship the pastor. A lot of people come to church to impress the pastor. They think they totally missed the assignment. We here to worship God. We here to praise God, the Almighty. He get all the praises, right? But people will put the pastor on his pedestal, and the pastor dealing with stuff every day just like we are. So a lot of people confuse this. The pastor is not the word of God. That's the error. So when women go and confide in the pastor, when our wives go and confide in the pastor or whatever, that's all wrong because she has neglected her covering. As the husband, we are her covering.
Yeah.
Right? We are her covering. We are her protector. We are everything to her, right?
Yeah.
And that's the first error. And that's where a lot of stuff go wrong because they look at this pastor as, oh yeah, he can guide us, he can help us, blah blah blah. He's like close to God, but when God gives you a husband, when God gives the woman a husband, he's her covering. He's the one that's going to lead her. He's the one that she should be following. He's the one that should be leading the family to follow the teachings and the doctrines of what God has instilled in us. Following the the commandments. Following all the doctrines and the principles of Christ and the Most High. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of women abandon that and seek counsel and seek refuge in a pastor, which is totally wrong because the pastor is a man just like we is. We all men. We have.
So why would a man allow his woman to interact with a man who he sees is also a man?
But see, you know what? A lot of times, a lot of women do this in private. Like a woman can go in private and confide in a counselor. She can confide in a therapist, and a therapist will convince her that she need to leave her husband.
So that if to do that, a woman has to have no trust in her man.
Right, and that comes with when you in your marriage, you have to stay in constant communication. You have to stay in constant prayer. And you have to make sure that she knows that you are her covering, you are her provider, you are the one that's leading. It all comes. It's all intertwines with the masculinity role.
It's if you leave any opening for masculinity, you're gonna share it, and it might not be in a way to where a person steps out, but it's shared. Even if it's a male friend who they find as a confidant, they sharing you sharing the masculinity.
But see, when your wedding vows, it says we forsake all others. It shouldn't be nobody else coming in there.
Yeah, but
shouldn't be nobody else coming in.
That's a vow, and if you are the man and your vow is your front door, who would you ask to protect that front door, the woman or yourself?
I would protect that myself.
So to protect that yourself, you have to have absolute understanding for every sneak attack coming towards your woman.
That's why you stay prayed up.
But you can't, and you're supposed to, and that's why you have to maintain the absolute understanding of your house. Because if you don't, you still leave it open. If you don't have that explanation, like, hey, this church ain't right for us because the pastor is this kind of way. Like the man has to guide that. There should be no option to say, let's go to a shady pastor. You shouldn't take any advice from a church that's disconnected from God, that's connected to the pastor.
Right. Right.
It's just like if you a man and you know that that man up there saying some stuff that ain't quite right because you seen the way he look at this sister over here and you seen how he extra huggy with all the women, then you kind of know you shouldn't be in that house anyway. You leave yourself open to a snake because you a man and you feel like it won't happen to you, but that ain't the case. They looking for that opening spot, that weak spot.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. And you know what? This is why I respect Excalibrate. This guy has been supporting my channel from day one. This is one of my day ones, man. He said the spine of the household is God. Then it leads to man. Then it leads to woman. Then it leads to children. When a woman establishes herself as a great or greater than man by allowing society to emasculate her, thinking now they're two men.
That's true. That's why a lot of women can say, let me leave a real man that I know because I only need Jesus who I believe is there for me and who I feel is there.
Yep.
Like you have taken the idea. You have not learned the truth of what it says, that how I'm supposed to protect you, because now in some way the protection is being disconnected and you have fallen susceptible to an idea. So it's just kind of like that.
Right.
And society also adds to the ideas of not emasculating men, but feminizing them. Like,
right.
It's just like the ability for men to, if you sit down and watch the football game and you say them men are great, to your woman, you're saying that those men are great to a degree. Like, so what's great about her man? Like, it's certain things that we don't even understand that we do to emasculate ourselves, feminize ourselves. It's so many ways that we do it. Like,
right.
You might leave a comment on somebody's post that you make you feel some type of way. You express your feelings, and in that moment, you've emasculated yourself.
Right. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Absolutely correct. And then in a lot of instances, I feel like the woman attempts to emasculate you. Say, say we watching Love and Hip Hop together, right? Or we watching something on YouTube, watching something on Facebook, and you see a guy, or she see her friend. Say she got a friend that's married, right? And every time you see a post, her and her husband might be out of town on trips. They might be at a nice restaurant. They might be stepping out. They dressed up together. She said, wow. He always treat his wife. Man, I wish I had somebody to treat me like that. Or, wow, I wish you would do stuff like this. That's a form of emasculation.
No, what it is that's feminine innuendo. Another woman has created a relationship with your woman. Feminine energies, negative spectrum is gossip, innuendo, reputation disruption. Men's negative is like, hey, if we disagree far enough, we got to fight.
Right.
I like that. So they spread rumors. They be catty. They use innuendo. Oh, man, my husband take me out every night. But she knows that her husband takes her out every night because he's cheating every night, too. So he's doing that to make up. But she never insinuate that to your woman. Your woman, the innuendo has led into your woman by being deceived by another woman expressing how she feels. Because a woman expresses how she feels. And if a woman expresses how she feels, if your woman will tell you you don't love her, you know that's crazy. Why would another woman tell your woman? You know what I'm saying? So you gotta understand that that's how another topic. You got your wife around a bunch of women who could aim to add value to themselves, because women they add value to themselves at the expense of other women. So if they use innuendo to insinuate they have a good life and that woman makes your woman feel bad, it's gonna come home to you. And that lady, she just feel good at work and go home to her horrible life. It's another snake in the garden.
Man, brother, you cooking tonight, bro? You cooking, bro?
Right there.
He right about that, man.
Hey, the demons everywhere. The snakes are everywhere.
Right, that's true.
If you're watching a commercial, if you're watching Love and Hip Hop, the whole idea that they're presenting is a snake. The idea, it's like what are we consuming right now? What are we watching?
Right?
What are these ideas telling us? You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of all that stuff. Hey, it's K Jewelers, get her a ring. That's an idea. You know what I'm saying? That's if you say, hey, baby, this is how much we got and this is where we going. Your woman ain't probably got to worry about no idea of getting something that y'all probably can't afford.
Right. Yep. That's so true.
Separation. It's like, hey, we're a team in this, and if it's not a team, then it ain't gonna work. And if it ain't gonna work like in the team, it's a companionship. It's not a relationship. And a companionship has standards to it. A relationship this is what's conducive to both of us, and this is how we're going. And as the man, this is my role because I gotta fight the world. And it's just kind of like how it has to go.
Right. Man, Man, I gotta have you back next week, bro. You gotta come back on the channel next week, bro.
I'm down with it.
Yeah, man, we gotta figure something out, man. I'm gonna hit. Hey, did you see my Facebook or whatever? You can send me requests. We gotta talk behind the scenes, bro, so we can figure something out. Cause you brought a lot of knowledge to this platform, bro. I'm gonna need you on here like regularly.
I'm down for it, bro.
Yeah, we gotta figure something out. So make sure you hit me up behind the scenes too. What you got from this, cuzzo?
I just got a lot. I mean, like I said, I just got his perspective is just different than mine, but at the same time, it's at the aim of just having a good relationship. So that's all it's really about. Just making sure you partner yourself with somebody that actually, you can build with. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, that's what we out here trying to find this man anyway. Is just somebody that we actually can legacy with, that type of situation. So
right.
That's part of what I say. What I agree with emasculation, because society and the world tells you to go out here and be a man to a woman, but you don't know what a woman is and you don't know what a man is, because as you see in today's time, that has become a dispute across the board. So if that's a dispute across the board where everybody will debate something we can see in reality, then everybody's operating in how they feel. If everybody operating in how they feel, if you just ground yourself in your masculinity and not move by how you feel, you see how everybody moving and they saying
Yep. Yep. That's facts, bro. Facts, man. Facts. Damn, that's facts, bro.
So everybody got their own way of seeing the path is different routes for everybody. Everybody have their path, you know what I'm saying? And everybody to where they supposed to have their understanding. The seeds get planted here and there, but it's just, you got to protect yourself.
Right. That's true. That's all we can do is protect ourselves, because it's like you said, bro. It's a lot of snakes out here, bro.
Definitely.
Everywhere.
Definitely, man. Well, I appreciate y'all for coming on the platform tonight. Cuzzo, just so you know, Madre, this is my cousin, man, Brian, Merge Vision. That's my cousin. I want to have Madre back. I want to have you back here on a regular, bro. We got to work something out. We going to talk behind the scenes or whatever. But I want to have you as a regular, bro. You brought a lot of substance to this platform, bro. So we got to work something out. I really appreciate the input and everything like that tonight, man. And man, y'all was cooking tonight, man. I ain't have to really say too much. I was let y'all do what y'all had to do.
Like I said, man, just the going back and forth is useful, because that's like you said, Mondre, it's that understanding. Like,
right.
I don't have to agree with everything.
Yep, Excalibrate was in the building tonight. He dropping his knowledge. Yo, Excalibrate, you still in the building, man. Drop your hit me up on Facebook, man. That's my name or whatever. Hit me up on Facebook, bro, so we can bring you in on the next live too, man. But man, I appreciate y'all for blessing the platform this weekend, man. Wow.
Next time, French Toast, bring a woman up here too. Like I said, I want to get a woman.
Show dynamic. That will add more to the show.
Right. Yep. And Excalibrate, he said good talk. Yeah, man. Like Excalibrate, if y'all, he be on a lot of my. You been checking the channel out, Madre, because I know you mentioned something about one of my other videos, but Excalibrate, he supports all the videos I put out or whatever, but he always drop gems every week. So I want to bring Excalibrate up if possible next weekend, so we can all cook together, man, and maybe bring some females up on the panel too.
You gonna have to link up with one of your female content creators, a couple of them, and bring them up.
I got a few of them. I'm gonna try to reach out to River TV, man. I'm gonna try to reach out to River, or either I'm gonna try to reach out to my other female content creator, man. But I'm gonna try to get them all up in here, man. I'm gonna try to get somebody up in here before next weekend.
River, that's a big platform right there, River TV.
Yeah, but hey, man,
process provides.
Right.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind talking to River. I like River.
I love River. Hey, if we have more people like more females like River, I will be a happy man. That's beautiful. Advocate for men. I'm in love with River, man. I gotta confess, I'm in love with River. But I'm gonna reach out to her, man. I'm gonna reach out to her behind the scenes and see if she'd be willing to come up to just cook for a little bit with us.
That's what's up. I mean,
yeah, man.
Iron, brother. Iron sharpens iron. We all
Yes, sir.
in the process.
Yes, sir. Well, I appreciate y'all. I'm about to jump off of here. I'm about to go and take my dog out and let him handle his business for the night. I'll be back next week. I might try to come back tomorrow though, for real, man, because tomorrow's Sunday.
Yeah, I'll be available. You ain't gotta say nothing but a word, man.
Yeah, the wife's birthday tomorrow, but she go to bed. My wife in bed by 9:30, so I got 9:30 to all night to be on YouTube, bro. So
It was good meeting you, Madre.
yeah, good meeting you, man. I appreciate you, man. You blessed the platform, bro. Like seriously, man. Make sure you connect with me behind the scenes, bro.
Oh yeah, I got you. I'm gonna go to Facebook right now, bro, and friend you.
Please do that, man, because we got to talk, man.
All right, bro. Y'all
All right.
I see.
All right. Everybody, make sure y'all tap the like, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to Merge Vision. I appreciate y'all for tuning in to the platform. I'm out. This your boy Deontay. One love. Peace. Thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe. Donations can be made to the Cash App. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Me on the beat too. Look, yeah. Okay. I pull up you deep on my niggas, consider it's pivotal. Trap through the app, make a clap it, don't cap it, she tapping it fast. I think that you know they be catching it. Standing 6 feet up, casting a shadow of niggas that talk like they bad as they know that we got it. They talk far from actual. I make the way so tsunami, I dare you to paddle it. The trunk steady rattling. Blowing top tier to keep my thoughts clear. I see the opt-in fear, I'm on my shot, call it big boss shit. I never know the time, I'm never clocking in. Wildflower, I'm like Denzel, I've been the man on fire, bitch, I'm hot lava. You are not scarred, you are proudly, I'm a real nigga to the coffin seal. Heart chill from all this talking real. Recent life feel like a highlight reel. Curly thumbing through currency, I'm from the avenue, bitch, I'ma get it regardless. I told little baby to slide with that Lotus, pull up with the garden, my guard is down till you come around, trying to hold you some. Give a fuck how you feel, I don't owe you nothing. Now you trying to make amends, I'm just trying to get the fortunes. Trying to cut my mama fortress. Pop might pull up in a Porsche. I used to be quiet, was timid. They used to catch me skipping courses. Now they snap a nigga portrait. Hard head but never forced it. I got a pin it, it shine like it's supposed to. The way I deliver they posed to. My neck got a compass to know where we going. It sound like I'm stepping through portals. I'm off of that poison the devil been calling, but I just ignore it, hit for it. The task force told me God. Okay, yeah, you asked for it. Wait, the task force told me God. Okay, yeah, you asked for it. Wave, the task force told me go up. Look, the way that I ball, I should've played for the Big Ten when I touched stage, but they packed in. Got a pretty thing to make a back bend. Let me see it all through the glass lens. Had some people try to snake if I see you, I'm teed up, I greet you with brass hands. Skate off fast, put a buck on the dash to somewhere vast. With my feet up, wait, hold up the label, just call me the tapping. They just cut the check, so I'm up in the slip. I take for J to the neck, then I stretch. To start my day, I hit the cash dance. Niggas is different now, I was down then, but that's all in the past tense. So I can't stop shit till I'm top 10, and I'm not 10. I'm so in love with the process. Not all in the day, but it took them some time to build wrong. I just copped the crib, never home. No, I can't keep a charge on the phone. So she thinks she in love with a ghost. When I'm home, I make sure that she get what she needs, so she know what I'm capable of. Know my rhythm can spar with the pros. They pay me to hear what I'm on, they ask what I'm on. I'm doing great, I suppose. Cause I get to do what I want, it's legit, but it sound like it's straight from the stove. They playing my tape in the field and they treat me like I'm making plays in the fourth. Let a beat bang with a force. I'm a product to stay in the course, yeah. I watch my step on the tightrope. The rate going up at a high slope. I don't got no work-life balance. I'm never throwing a towel in. The pen game hella nice with it. The flow heavy like a hydrant, but it come with a patent. I'm laughing at badgering.